The nation's number one talk show, Nigeria Info. We are back on the crossfire. I am Sheriff Quadry. We are live right now on Facebook and YouTube. Just search for Nigeria Info 99.3. Take us anywhere you go today by downloading our mobile app, Nigeria Info FM. The logo of the app is NI. So when you search, just look through. The logo is NI. N for Nigeria, I for Info. It's smooth, it's sleek, it's beautiful, it's user-friendly, it's amazing. It's a beauty of an app for a radio station. Yeah, because you can actually even send messages in straight from the app to the studio here, and we'll take it. If you're doing that, please hashtag app when you're sending your messages in through the app, all right? So I can track it for you. All right, good, fantastic. Thank you for downloading it. And spread the word, transfer it, share it amongst your friends, okay? Let it go around because it's good stuff. And good stuff shouldn't be enjoyed alone. Don't enjoy it alone. It's sweet, right? Welcome to the Crossfire once again. It's about 4 minutes inside the hour. Not 4 exactly now. Yeah, it's 4 minutes come past the hour 8 right now. I can boldly say that. And welcome to the Crossfire. You can join this conversation on Twitter as well, at Nigeria Info FM on Twitter. That's right, at Nigeria Info FM on Twitter. You can join us and enjoy the conversation that we are about to have on the show this morning. So feel free to also join us on WhatsApp. The WhatsApp number is 0809 597 5805. So we're continuing with the part 2 of the conversation we had yesterday on the religion and traditional practices when it concerns our kings, our monarchs. Today, traditionalists will be speaking to us on the traditional practices aspect of the conversation we had yesterday. You know, yesterday we had Murik and a Christian cleric on the show yesterday, and we'll be hearing back from them in a moment, all right? It's your request, and we got it granted for you. So finally, the traditionalist will be joining us, has already joined us, by the way. He's on the line right now. I'll introduce him in a moment. So yesterday, we had the duo of Bishop Stephen Adegbite, the Bishop of Ikeja Methodist Diocese. Professor Ishaq Akintola also joined us yesterday on the show of the Muslim Rights Concern. He's the executive director of Murik, and they spoke, extensively on the religious aspect of the conversation. And they had this to say. Let's start with Professor Akintola first, and then we would hear from Bishop Adegbite. Take a listen to what Professor Akintola said yesterday.
It's okay. It's okay. That is okay. It's
Let
okay.
me explain.
No, it's okay.
Let me explain.
It's okay. It's okay.
She
Off your mic. Over minister.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info, your mic is always on. Let's talk.
Every human being aspires to freedom of worship, freedom of thought, freedom of speech. And the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, of course, has this. It stipulates that freedom in Section 38 of Sections 1 and 2. And any attempt to infringe upon that freedom is illegal. This is what traditionalists are doing in this country, particularly in the southwest of Nigeria today. Regarding the traditional rulers, Obas cannot be installed except via traditional rites. He must lick this, he must eat that, he must drink this. And this is whether he likes it or not. And he must go into isolation for days, 30 days sometimes, 90 days sometimes. It's like denouncing his own faith that he'd been practicing from birth, particularly from maturity.
Right.
Now, the others are renouncing this. They are complaining. They are kicking. And the fact that they are kicking, they are saying, no, we want to practice our own religion.
Right.
Not traditional religion.
Right.
The fact that they have become Oba does not mean another faith should be, which is alien to their own,
Right.
should be forced upon them. So And that's why we spoke out. If a man is a Christian and he grew up, he matured in it, he's been going to church, he believes in Jesus, and he's been attending church, then but because he's a prince and he has a claim to the throne, he contests for the overship and he became king. Then why must anyone now impose traditional religion on such a Christian?
Right.
So they are in pain. These obas are in pain. They are suffering.
You described it, Professor, as life imprisonment.
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Yes, that's what it is. Because he must be a traditionalist from then on to death. And when he dies again, he cannot be buried according to Christian rites. He must be buried like a traditionalist. And it is so secretive. Burial in traditional religion is so secretive. There are rumors about what goes on with the king's body. It is rumored that the next king must eat the heart of his predecessor. Which means an Oba's heart is taken out of the body at death. I think that is barbaric, it is brutal, and it is unacceptable.
Right. Professor Isaac Akintola, yesterday on the Morning Crossfire. We will take a listen to Bishop Stephen Adigbite before we introduce our guest, because we had a second guest on the show yesterday. And then we'll now introduce our guest for this morning. Let's take a listen to what Bishop Stephen Adigbite said, part of what he said yesterday on the show.
Every Nigeria in any community that belongs to the royal family has a right to ascend to the throne of their forefathers. And if you have a right to ascend to the throne of your forefathers and have your religion, we must let him know that people in the past have done that. The Oba Kitle in Ibadan land was a Christian.
Okay.
And he ruled as a Christian, as an Oba. And Ibadan was more peaceful at his own time than people who are saying they are traditionalists. And some of the things that is threaded in secrecy is evil. And we are past that age. It must be told that when people were practicing all those sacrifices they were making, they were using human beings. And many people have been killed because of the barbaric attitude they practice their sacrifice. And when they ask you not to come out for 7 days, for 8 days, for 9 days, which is common more in the state, there is no way this contemporary age will continue with that type of backwardness. What are you doing for 8 days? What are you doing for 9 days that people cannot move freely, even during the day? So what he's saying it's not tenable. We are now in a modern age. We are now in computer age. We are now under a very wonderful civilization that we must leave the time of just do anything you like and you go scot-free with it. No. So anybody that is qualified to ascend to any prince should be given opportunity to contest. Right. And if he becomes it, they should accept the religion he's practicing. Most of them that say they are traditional, how many of those gods do they worship? How many? I studied traditional religion. I studied comparative religion in the university to the master's level. So most of them don't even know what they are practicing now. So what we are saying is that you have a right to practice your religion. That is what is in the Constitution. So if you nobody have the right to compel you. The royal family members are not all traditionalists. They have their religion. And if they are the heir to the throne and they have a right to the throne, their rights and the grace that they have must be respected once they are on the throne. And they have told the people, I am a Christian, because it is not traditionalists that occupy the family. No. When you look at the percentage, you will know that you have more Muslim and more Christian among the people that will be qualified for any throne. And what we are seeing is that we more move away from what it used to be. And most of the things they do in secrecy, I repeat, they are evil. There is nothing that they have in the forest that they go to. It is human being that practices evil in the forest. And people that they use as human sacrifices are done by human beings.
Bishop Stephen Adegbite, the Bishop of Ikeja Methodist Diocese, speaking yesterday on the show. Now, let me bring in my guest for today. He is Chief Mukaila Shokon. He is the Alashe of Abule Ijesha, the custodian of traditional Abule Ijesha people. Chief Mukaila, good morning to you and thank you for joining us.
Good morning, sir.
It's good to have you here. So we had this whole conversation yesterday on the show. You heard what what my guest said. Let me take your reaction to everything. I'm sure that you listened to what they had to say. Would you like to respond to any of the things they said?
Thank you. Thank you. I listened to some part of it. Yes, we are on phone. Hello?
We can hear you, sir.
Yeah. Yes, we are on phone.
Okay.
Yes, bring a radio so that I can contradict your transmission.
Okay.
Uh-huh. But I'm not listening. My people are listening outside. I'm hearing what you're saying. Tradition. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you, Chief Mukaila. Go on, please.
Yes. Tradition is has been in the John faith before we become Christian or anyone wants to be
Chief Mukaila, you know what we're gonna do, sir. I think the network is not clear enough. So what we're gonna do is let's try and hello, Chief Mukaila. We'll try and call you back immediately right now because the network isn't clean enough. So we will call you back and make sure that we get the cleanest because I am interested in your own side of this conversation. Really, it's very, very important for you to let's hear what you have got to say on the show this morning. So Lagos, this is what we're talking about, right? We're processing Chief Mukaila's call at the moment. Chief Mukaila, can you hear me now?
I can hear you very well.
Okay, very, very well. You're clear too from this end. So let's have your thought. Let's have your take.
Thank you. You see, tradition, as is onset from the beginning. Yes, before all these things comes in.
Okay.
I'm a chief in my community, and I try to make it as a sort of trend into my way of doing this thing. So the people are Christian, they are Muslim, we have one God. Yes, we have one God. And that is my belief. I told when you want to be a chief, you want to be a chief.
Right.
It's not the pastor that will put you there. It is not the imam that will put you there. Yes, it is traditional people. They order you. If you want to be what do they call it? A priest in the church, it is the reverend that will put you there. And so anyone who really has the mind to be a chief or a ballet or what do you call it, an oba.
Yeah.
You must know you are not being ordained by the church or by the mosque. Yes. You are ordained by the tradition. So you have to adapt to it. Even if you died, give yourself to them. Why did you go to them when you don't know when you believe you are something? No. You put yourself there. You are not strong. And so this is something I don't think about what I have heard. The trend of life about computer age or anything, let us put it aside.
Okay.
If you really want to be a chief, you want to be a king, then you want to be an oba, you must have to know where you are going. You are not that. You know what you are doing. You cannot scrap something away. I told one pastor one day about when the Israelites are coming in the desert. Snakes are biting them. Then he told Moses to make an image of a cobra or so, a snake. The image, he said, anyone that looks at the image will not die. So God started this thing and gave it to us. It is because some people are practicing it bad. There's nothing bad in being a traditional man. I'm telling you that.
Okay.
Traditional officer.
All right.
I have to type it to me.
So,
I'm the Alaska of Ablekesa. I told as last to me. So I understood all these things. some people are trying to vote some things off and bring themselves up. No. We did believe the trend of life now is computer age or anything. It doesn't stop people.
I like Melissa. I like Melissa. So part of the allegations that have been leveled against traditionalists is the fact that you compel would-be Oba or Bale to convert to traditional religion, even when the person already had a religion, let's say Muslim or a Christian. Is it impossible to combine the two while being an Oba?
Yes, why not? Why not? Okay, let me tell you one thing now. There's a pastor and the Muslims something. They come to me and give him their own video that they want to do something in the church. So I give some little token fee. I give them. But when I want to do my own group or something, they will not participate. We are the father. We are the father. Yes, we are the father. If they come in the mosque, they want to do anything in the mosque, I give them some money. I even appear there. I even dance to their music and do everything. We are the father. But when I tell them I want to do something traditionally, they say that is devil. You see, we are the father. It is not. We are not against anyone. They are always against tradition. And which is does that. I see some pastors that give me money when I go to my Google. Yes, they give me money. They give me some money. They pay for me. When I go, the Google will not come to their house, but they are my person. Yes. Yes.
So, but there is. You know the reason. I like when I like when he said.
Our own tradition. We are giving ourselves as a slave to some other person. Yes. Yes, we are giving ourselves away. You go to Brazil, see how they do. Go to America, even they practice this thing. They dance about the thing. They say they are doing carnival. It's part of tradition. We have read history when they come in here and carry a lot of things away, and they want to bring us down. You see, me, I'm a Muslim, I'm a Christian, as well as tradition.
You combine the three together.
Sir?
You combine the three together.
Yes, that is how it has to be. It was God himself that brought these things there. Choose one that is for you. And don't blaspheme. You just said blasphemy is the worst thing. It's a very big thing. Don't blaspheme.
Okay.
This man is not bad.
Okay.
Do you know where we are going? If you know where we are going, we are not dead yet. We are still alive. You know, one go and come back.
Let me get your thoughts on this, Chief Mukaila. So one of the allegations why we're talking about this is actually because some monarchs, some kings, some obas are complaining vigorously in the southwest here. They are saying that yes, they are saying that they are not being allowed. They are not allowed to practice their religion because they are kings, because they are obas. That they are not allowed by traditionalists to practice their religion. And I want to ask if you are aware of this. And you have said that it doesn't affect that you can practice whatever you want to practice, but if you're an Oba, you have to be a traditionalist. But is that really reasonable? Let me ask first if you're aware of any Oba that has complained about traditionalists forcing him to practice traditional religion.
Thank you very much. Really, what you have said, I didn't want to make some names. Something happened in Abeokuta concerning the last Oba that died. The wife took the corpse away, and some people came and claimed the corpse back. I'm sorry. I just said that just to...
It's okay.
Buttress my point. I think you hear me.
Yes.
Why did that man bring himself to be an Oba? Because he knows this is tradition. It is not the pastor that is to ordain him. It is not the imam. Why did he go there? So no, you just have to know what you are doing. Yes, you must know where you are going before you step in. Someone just come and say he wants to be sick because the money is there. Maybe a ballet will be collecting money from people. But now when it's done, they are afraid. They wanted to go back. They have entered into something. They are daft. I don't know. When you are bringing yourself to one, when you are Christian, be a Christian. when you are making beard Muslim, practice it well. Practice it well. That is all I know.
So what you're saying? What you're saying is that
man, not in my death.
okay.
Because
So,
I knew what is in my heart. Yes, I've given myself to God and to you.
Chief Mukaila,
Thank you.
Chief Mukaila, are you saying that if you're a Christian or a Muslim and you want to be Oba, you should be ready to drop your religion and be Oba and face being a traditionalist squarely?
No, I've told you that we traditionalists, we believe in all religion. I think you hear me.
Yes.
I've told you about the pastor that brought an angel.
But it doesn't mean that he's a traditionalist. He's a pastor. It's just being good to another human being. It doesn't mean that he worships Ifa or Ogun or something. He's a pastor. He's just being generous. It's different.
It is God that will decide. It is God that decides. No one can decide. It is God that decides. And there's no religion in life. Now, it's about 6 months. Nobody go to church. Nobody go to mosque. And God is still there. And you are still with God. We are still with God. Yes. It does not say we have to congregate to church before we see God. No. Jesus said, open your door, enter into your room. Because God knows what you want to ask from him. Yes. Then you pray in your room. Be a Pharisee or what do they call them that prays, that start to shout, that people pray prayer. I don't want to go to church. Let us go to mosque and be a religious and be a traditionalist. It doesn't stop you. God will decide the whole thing.
Chief Mukaila, please stay on the line, sir. Stay on the line, sir, because we want to take a short break. When we return, I want to talk to you about a law in Ogun State. You know, you mentioned Ogun State earlier, but there's a law in Ogun State right now that.
Excuse me, don't put me on trance. I hear that. It's just something that I hear that one of us died and this thing, and then our high chief collected the corpse back.
No, I'm not talking about that, Chief Mukaila. I'm not talking about that. It's another thing I want to talk about. It's another thing I want to. No. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that.
Just let us advise ourselves and give ourselves
yes.
the right thing.
We're not talking about. We're not talking about that one. What happened in Ogun State? The government did something. They have a law right now that protects the rights of traditional rulers to have their religion and be buried according to their religious rights. That is what I want to talk about.
Okay, take a short break.
Yes, exactly. Thank you so much. So let's go on a break. Chief Mukaila said we should take a short break. When we return from the break, Chief Mukaila will be talking about this next conversation we want to have. Stay here on the Morning Crossfire Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
It is the Morning Crossfire. We're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube as we speak. I am Sheriff Quadry. On Facebook and YouTube, just search for Nigeria Info 99.3 on those two platforms and you'll be able to watch live. I've got on the show this morning a traditionalist, Chief Mukaila Shokot, custodian of the tradition of Abule Jesha people. He joins us via the telephone. Chief Mukaila, thank you again for joining us. Please, could you reduce the volume of that radio because it's not making me hear you clearly?
There's no radio here.
Okay. All right. So let's start again. Before the break, I was telling you about the Ogun State Assembly pushing through a bill for a law to provide for the preservation, the protection, and exercise by the traditional rulers of their fundamental rights to be installed and buried according to their religion. What this means, Chief, is that if someone is coming in as a king, as an oba, joba, pass the law, it means that the person will have to, the person can decide that, okay, just install me as a Muslim, install me in a Muslim rite as the oba of that community, or install me via Christian, rites, in that community. This is ongoing in Ogun State right now. I want to get your thoughts on this. What do you think about this?
Thank you. You see, I am not a politician. I am not in the constitutional office. I'm not in anything. But as tradition takes it. You see, if you want to be a king, Oba, and let us say a Bale, then it is the pastor or the man that will tell you. In the traditional religion, they will go to the shrine. They will see, if you haven't been to the shrine, you will see there are things there they will face. There are some things they will do with them. So if you want to be another, you cannot, unless the tradition is true. No one can install you unless those people that have been installing the forefathers. Yes. You know what I mean by
yes. Greed.
Long true, because they want to be on nobody, they want us to be there. You have to give yourself. If you think it is devil, give yourself to him. If you think it is God, give yourself to him. If you don't just want to go there and enjoy yourself, it's not possible. It's possible they can do it. So I'm not saying they are lawmakers. So you understand what I mean?
Yes.
They are lawmakers. But I'm just saying that I wondered about this, who wants to do that. This thing has been from the onset.
Chief Mukaila, you have installed chiefs. This is what you do. You are part of the team that do this. Does it involve, because we hear rumors of everything. I'm not saying that you should disclose tradition or anything on air, but what I'm saying is there are allegations that human beings are killed when a new Oba is about to mount the throne.
That is a lie. Because you are not there. One day I was in my office working, one man came. He told me that one man married 13 wives and he has killed people. He was calling people to God. He said one other man has never thought, he has never married. He has no wife, he doesn't kill. He said, which of them will follow? I asked him, I said, let me know the man that kills, and let me know the man that does not kill and does not have any wife. Then he said, Jesus is not married. He did not kill. And Muhammad killed. I said, are you a Muslim before? Have you ever gone to the mosque? He said, no. He said, don't blaspheme. Don't blaspheme. This is blaspheme. If you are Muslim, you have been going to them and you are seeing something that you don't want. You can change your religion. Yes, you can change your religion. If you see that this thing is not good for you, go to another place.
Yeah.
Yes. He told me that. I said, maybe you have been programmed. That you know that women fight war, but it was God that it was the prophet that ordained Saul to kill some people. It brought something home. Another prophet said, your kingdom will be taken from you and given to David. This same God that always calls to fight war. So you don't must have ordered Muhammad to fight war. And we have to be in ourselves.
So the point, Chief Mukaila, is you've not really addressed my question. My question again is, do we sacrifice human beings?
I'm not a lawmaker.
No, not that now. I asked you a question earlier that do we sacrifice human beings when we want to install new obas?
It's only a lie. It is only when you are there you see it. I cannot say that. But I know that thing doesn't happen. I haven't seen that before. That in that our father said. Just to make people remain and let it go around and fine. I think they hear me.
How about?
Nothing is going bad, yeah.
Okay, so how about this, Chief Mukaila? How about this rumor as well? You know, Oro Esha Moro, Tamba Fe Toro Bafe Jade. Tọ́mọ ní pé obìnrin ò gbọ́dọ̀ wò ó. Kí ló dé tó obìnrin ò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe wò ó?
Ṣé rí àwọn bàbá wa, our fathers has brought this thing. It is to govern, to make it to govern, and it works for them. It works because they make people go back from this thing so that they can and it is good. It is good. It's good.
But you know that we are not in those old days anymore. This is democracy.
The old things will still remain to the end of the world. The Christians cannot clear the Muslims. The Muslims cannot clear the Christians. And both of them cannot clear the tradition. It is God that brought those things there, and they will remain. They will remain. They will remain. I'm telling you that they will remain.
Because the allegation, Chief Mukaila, the allegation is that, can you hear me, Chief Mukaila? The allegation is that when you say that people should not go out, then you are infringing on their rights to move around.
Really? See, this is something, when you go to Ijebu, some part of Raymond, they do take 7 days. 7 days. The children, the women will be in, they will be enjoying themselves, everything will be fine. Everybody will be happy. They must have the food they want to eat. It is their tradition. That's how they've been doing it for years and years and years. It cannot be stopped. If they stop it, I didn't say I'm not a lawmaker.
Yeah.
I'm not a lawmaker.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to let you know that.
Yes.
This thing has to be 1 year. They can cut it and give some decides to remain.
Right.
Right.
Chief Mukaila, let's take some calls in. Let's take some calls and let's hear what people have to say about this.
I have spoken too much.
Yes, you have tried. You have really tried.
You have tried me something. I don't know.
I did not do anything, no. I did not do anything now.
I know. I understand what you mean. But we have to teach ourselves.
Yes.
It is not wrong when you are a Christian. It's not wrong when you are Muslim. I am an Alpha. Did you believe I learn Arabic? Did you know that? Yes. Alpha ni baba mi imam. Imam ni baba mi. Babli Geshayen. You can call some other people and ask. He put me and if you want me to start saying something about Arabic now, I'll tell you. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
It is not wrong when you are this and that. It's your heart.
Okay.
That is the temple of God.
Okay.
The temple of God is your heart. It is all these things. Even Basilica, if it is true that the whole world will be destroyed, then what about Basilica? Oh my God, no. Oh my God, no. Because I don't go my fire. All this smoke and all this advice, you will not see them again.
Right.
And it is you that will go there.
Let me ask you a question, Chief Mukaila. You know when you go to court or you want to do anything on the political scene, when they are swearing oath, they swear based on the Bible and the Quran. Would you say that the traditionalists have been neglected, that something like a tradition should be infused into when we want to swear people in?
Let me tell you, we have been changed. We have been shaped. I don't know that English.
Hmm.
I have one. Maybe you can have time to come to my home. I will show you some things that I was saying that I think we have been caught. We kept somewhere. And anything they tell us, we follow it.
Okay. Okay.
You can, okay, and about liar. Oh, I need you now. No, let me tell you. No, to my group, but about it's they are there. They're there. I'm telling you, I've seen 3, 4, 5 things. They over the buy within 7 days. It died off. Nobody touched. I'm telling you, don't have time for people. Don't have time for me. It gives us time because I
God is patient.
1,000 years in heaven is one day.
But who is now not patient, Chief Mukaila? Who is that? What is that thing that is not patient that you have said now that will just come after you if you are guilty?
Don't ask patience. Don't ask time. He said 1,000 years here is one day in heaven. So everybody that is living, maybe some people that live for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Because you just go and do the calculation. 180 years, maybe 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. You can see that. Do well and get it well.
Shema like it pé táwọn yẹn bá fẹ́ búra tán bá fẹ́ wọ̀jọba kán máa fi nǹkan ìbílẹ̀ nǹkan àṣà kán máa fi búra.
They cannot change. They will not want it. They will not want it because ẹnì kan sọ kí ni kan fún mi ó pé báàbò yẹn wọ́n ti yọ báàbò tó gbé dání yẹn wọ́n ti já fóònù náà kòránì yẹn wọ́n ti já fóònù someone said that maybe it is true or false I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe only wọ́n ti yọ fóònù náà báàbò yẹn wọ́n ti yọ àwọn pàtó fóònù yẹn ọkọ̀ máa gbé léyàn lọ́wọ́ ni. Come there and see ẹ wá sí ojú òjì wọ́n ti bẹ̀ wá fún wa fún wa àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀. You will see the idea. Some people call them devils. I don't believe it, you, but I know the idea because we are seeing it in
Chief Mukaila, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us on the program this morning. I really appreciate it. I really do. There you go, Lagos. Chief Mukaila Shokon, custodian of tradition at Abule Ijesha in Lagos here. Last share of Abule Ijesha. He joined us via telephone. So, your wish granted. Let's, 8:41. Zainab, please bring my just a minute question so we can get ready for this. There you go, Lagos. Let's get your reaction now. All right, let's get your reaction. You've heard what the chief has said on the show this morning. I told you we're in for a great conversation. You can tweet me at Nigeria Info FM on Twitter. We're live on YouTube as well. Let me know what you think about this conversation on YouTube at youtube.com/Nigeria Info FM. At youtube.com/Nigeria Info FM. You can also do same for Facebook. Facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. Send me your WhatsApp messages. I can see them dropping like rain. The WhatsApp number is 0809 597 5805. Good morning to you, Lagos.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
Yeah. My name is Ruben from Yaba.
Ruben, talk to me.
Yeah, I actually know the ballet you called.
Oh.
Very, very well. So
Okay.
Very good man. See, in Abule Jesha, Abule Oja, Abule Jesha, Onike, is very popular. See, our tradition, whatever attempt that whoever is trying to see, my own dad is a Catholic.
Okay.
But at the same time, he is also an Ifa priest.
Hmm.
And he does not joke with traditional religion.
Hmm.
So if you are not, if you, so it is our tradition, it is our belief. We can't run away from it. And you know what? Our traditional religion is the most open religion ever.
Hmm.
Okay. You can be doing your idol worshiping at home and be going to church. It does not stop you from going to church. It does not stop you from being a Muslim. It does not stop you from being who you want to be.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
So why do you want to become an Oba? I said that you don't want to do the rule, the things that they are supposed to do, the whatever they are. Why are you going there? You can choose not to be, even if he chooses you. There's a reason why he chooses you. There's something that the Ifa sees in you.
Right.
There's something that the Oracle sees in you that is asking you to come. And you have the free will to reject. If you reject, Ifa will choose another person. Another suitable person. So it's not about the Ifa does not say that you should not go to church or go to mosque. He does not ask you to do so. You are free to do whatever you want to do.
Right.
But if there is an 82 and you have to be there, you have to be part of it. You can't fight it. And the Oro too. Our traditional religion is very flexible.
Okay.
If they are doing it for 8 days, government can come in and talk to them. They can reduce it to even 2 days.
Okay.
But for you to say that Oro must not happen because pastors are saying, because the pastor said no, this is not possible. We are flexible.
Okay.
We can work with it, and it doesn't stop you from being a Christ follower or being a Mohammedan.
Fantastic. Let's speak with Bayo. Bayo, hi. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Bayo, it's Vezaro. It's debut. Okay.
But today, all this our Nigerians, all this is just a hypocrisy. Yoruba this says Kesari from Kesari could fit only for long. All this house you are talking about that we say that they have to do something about their legislator or something there.
Right.
98% of them now. So why I'm telling you this part. So why are they deceiving themselves? All these things, Nigeria, that's working. This is that are bringing us back. Just for our and if it's long, because any religion can match it long. You do your traditional something, you do your church something. One did not disturb the other. I cannot mention the one town for you, but my town is my town. The king died because of these things. Why you are not ready to follow the normal tradition or something? How do you come to want to do about Ojukokoro? It's not a do or die something. I know some people, they gave all this title, so they rejected it flatly because they don't want to do all the traditions.
Right.
So when you want to do about, you want to do anything, all the tradition, you must follow it. We are human beings, we are Yorubas. Our tradition stays forever. We are just deceiving ourselves. Honestly, thank you very much.
Thank you, Bayo, for calling me. I really appreciate it. Great thoughts, Lagos, really. Let's go to WhatsApp. Okay. Twitter is here. So I'm just going to take one tweet, then come to the phone line because we have... what's your name now? Zero to me, I'm seeing here. Okay, Joy Forever is saying, I grew up in the village. Some of these things are real. Some places, they use strangers as sacrifice. Some of them are to steer fairs, but I have seen some strange things. Traditionalists do lots of things that are weird. And it says, God help us. All right, so let's go to the phone lines very quickly right now. Let's see who is here. I don't know what's going on, but let me speak with this caller. Hello, caller. Good morning to you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Chief Quadry.
Okay.
My name is Botemi.
Oh, Botemi, welcome.
Yeah. Actually, yesterday I followed this trend when you call the two Christian and Muslim.
Yes.
And you said the traditional ruler said they are not available. And I'm happy that I tuned this morning and I see him. I know the chief you call from Abule Jecha.
Oh, great.
Actually, let's be sincere to ourselves. He has spoken. He said, Ojukokoro. There are three things that man wants in his life. When a man have money, he'll be looking for power. When he has power, he'll be looking for fame. You see, those people that want to become king or whatever they want to become, maybe they have money. To be powerful upon some people, they will want to become king. After they became king, their religion will be following them that you are about Abajo in so church, or you are the chief kiniko in Central Mosque. You don't need this. So it's Ojukokoro.
Greed.
Whether you are a king in your house, my mentor used to tell me something. A good leader may not be a good father. A good father may not be a good leader. If you want to be a good leader, be yourself. Traditional religion does not. Everybody, we have our household God, Oro Dile. Christianity does not allow, the Christianity does not stop you doing what, like, I have a twins now.
Okay.
And when they give back to the twins, it's a must that every 4 months, they have to cook beans for them.
Beans?
And they've been doing that until they get married individually. Whether they are now doing it in their own household, but as far as they stay with our mom, parents, they do it. They are not traditional.
Yes.
But what of drinks?
Yes.
Are they not OSHA? That is it. Look at their what's it called? Their anthem. So that is it.
Okay.
I'm a Christian. I'm not. Trinity is not allowed in Christianity. But what of Oro? Delay those people that have bits. Let them practice what they have.
All right, Botemi.
But the government should put a law to them to checkmate them.
Okay.
That is my own.
Okay.
That is my own.
All right.
That is it.
Thank you, Botemi. Thank you so much for shedding light to this. Prince Dan on YouTube, he drops a message. He says, good morning, sir. Your program is indeed of value. Please help me tell the traditional chief that every community and kingdom in every region is not owned by one religion. Okay. Prince Dan, I hear you. Let's get back to the phone line. I know a lot of people on WhatsApp, right? And came from Ilukweju. He said, Came, good morning to you.
Good morning, Sheriff. You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, on the trending issue. Yes, I am a Christian. I also respect other people's way of life. That is, if you choose to go traditional.
Okay.
But let me surprise you as well.
Please do.
The Oba you're talking about also could reform the tradition of the land. You cannot kill people in this era for sacrifices. You cannot say you are in the community or in your village, there are strangers living there. In the early 20s and 10s and the past generations, there were people who were not living in Lagos. But today, people from all walks of life now live in Lagos. It has become cosmopolitan.
Right.
So there are certain reforms that you must bring into what you are doing. I lived in Benin for a while. You know, Benin Kingdom is known with Oboni. But they reformed Oboni too. They reformed it. There were certain things that they were doing in those days that they no longer do now. So if you have an educated king or Oba, or somebody who comes to take up that position and wants to reform some things and say, okay, you know what, in our father's days, we should do this for 7 days. We will not call it off, but let us do it for 2 days, considering that we have people living in our midst. So we don't inconvenience them. In my town, there's this festival called Isigu. You know, in fact, it is next week. My brother, before, people used to use cane, come out, big masquerade. They even used to do juju.
Right.
But now nobody does it. In fact, they control it. They say that you don't flog a woman, you don't flog a stranger. Once it is 6 p.m., you drop your canes. People come from all over the world to watch people. It has now become, a carnival.
Okay.
Let me surprise you. I was also born in Cross River. I know my time is up. I was also born in Cross River, but let me surprise you. You see that Calabar Carnival?
Yes.
That Calabar Carnival. It is a very big juju that they worship in Calabar.
No.
But this guy, they came and reformed it. They're making money from it.
Okay.
So that is it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And Kim, thank you for shedding light to all of this. So wow, okay, that's a big revelation right there. It's a big one, big one. Let's go to WhatsApp. It's 8:52 from the studios right now. And it's quite tempting, but let's go to WhatsApp and take some messages on WhatsApp, all right? Because we've got loads of them here. Let's see who we've got here. Kashmir says, good morning, Sheriff. The biggest liars are the government. The traditionalists stand their ground. Muslims do their rights and follow it. Christians, God followers if they're doing it. That is their own. But government who use chief what? A cultist is a person. Okay, Kashmir, thank you for your thought. I appreciate it. We're going to move quickly now to Peter. Peter says, I believe in live and let live. Traditionalists don't disturb any other religion. We all have defects in our religions. Peter put that through on WhatsApp. Solomon from Ojo says two things. A servant shall not serve two masters. Secondly, the Bible said you shall serve no other God besides him and make any graven image where everyone is entitled to his opinion. Solomon is putting that across on WhatsApp, and the messages are dropping thick and fast. I'm struggling to pick the ones. Femi from Shasha says, so give what is Caesar to Caesar. Some of our pastors and our fasts still approach traditional people looking for powers, yet they preach bad about them to their congregations. Now, wow. So the focus of this conversation that we've had now for 2 days is to determine why Obas, Bales, can't be buried according to their religious rites, Muslim rites, Christian rites. But if they're Obas, if they're kings, they have to be buried according to the traditional rites. That is why we're talking about this, basically. But hey, yes. So we're going to take another one. Oh, wow. Why did you send this message in? How many times? I can't even count. Opekende from Ijegun says, all those pastors and imam visiting shrine, we the Lagos Island people, we practice our religion, but we don't joke with our heritage. All right, Kende, thank you for your message. I'll take another one quickly. And every religious practitioner does weird things outside their religion rules. Okay? Trying to understand what that means, but it's okay. Yeah, I'm shutting down the WhatsApp right now because we're out of time. So I'll just quickly take as many. I'm sorry, I can't take calls anymore. Chris Udemezwe says traditional burials is whether Christian or Muslim is all about their belief on resurrection after death. The Muslims bury their dead 3 feet into the ground, so that's on the resurrection day. They will rise first, restore the Christians that are buried 6 feet into the ground. Okay, and we have loads of other messages here. Okay, yeah. Lagos, thank you for joining this conversation back to back, two days in a row. I appreciate your time. I appreciate everything that you're putting. And we have done what we're supposed to do. We have brought everybody on the show to have their say. But right now, how about we try and give out 10,000 naira? Who is ready? I am. Let's play Just a Minute.
This is Just a Minute on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
It's time to play Just a Minute. Lagos 0700 993 993 993. And guess what is happening right now? The phone lines are jammed. The phone lines are jammed. If you're trying to call me, it's possible that it's ringing, but it's not ringing here. I know, it's ringing, right? Exactly, but it's not ringing here. So it means it's jammed. A lot of people are calling at the same time. Apologies. Maybe you get lucky on WhatsApp Lagos, maybe, or on Sunnyside Rejoice, maybe, or on Hard Frags, Cassandra. But on the Morning Crossfire, it's bye-bye. Many thanks to Zainab Yakin, Robertson Abdul Salam, for making sure that we have the feel of the Morning Crossfire today. Plenty of thanks also to Olamide, who also made sure that we got everything we needed on our Twitter, WhatsApp, Facebook, everything. Thank you, Olamide. I'm Sheriff Quadry. You can follow me at Sheriff Quadry across all socials, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. I'm there at Sheriff Quadry. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.